Arsallan, how are you?
Yeah, hi Alex, how are you? I'm good.
Uh, I'm very good. How are you? How are you feeling after your OET success?
Uh, I'm relaxed. I don't have to think about English now.
Are you happy? Are you happy that you don't need to think about OET, English, everything? You don't need to worry anymore.
At least for the next 2 years, because yeah, it's valid for 2 years, right? Because I've
Yeah.
been doing IELTS. I did IELTS 2 times in the last 6 months, and I
Mm.
was frustrated because I got eight, except writing 6.5.
Okay. So what was what scores? So you got eights for reading, reading, speaking, and listening, but then only 6.5 in writing.
Uh, no, eight overall. Uh,
Eight.
eight 8.5 in listening and reading, eight in speaking, 6.5 writing.
Wow. Why do you think you struggled so much with writing?
The academic writing in IELTS uh, is it's not like the OET writing. Right? OET writing is easier, much easier than
Hmm.
the academic writing.
Hmm. What made you take the OET, and how did you feel when OET was introduced by the GMC in the UK?
As soon as it was announced in February, when I found out the news, I immediately decided to do it. But when I started practicing, I found it difficult, especially the listening.
Hmm.
Reading, I was okay with reading because I'm comfortable with the IELTS reading, and OET
Hmm.
reading is just the time management.
Hmm.
But then I decided maybe I should spend 2 months instead of like I wanted to do it in March, but I postponed it to April. Make
Hmm.
sure.
I think that was a wise decision to wait a little bit longer, because some doctors and nurses, they're just immediately booking the exam and jumping into the exam immediately, and
Yes.
they're not effectively prepared. So it's a good
Yeah.
thing that you did that. And I just wanted to say, I mentioned it on message, but huge congratulations to you, Arsalan, for getting,
Thank you.
you got three A's and one B. That's an amazing score that you got.
Uh, I was surprised also, but during the exam, I thought I did well in all the sections, and except writing. My writing is always the weaker part in either in IELTS or even on OET. But,
Mm,
but as I said before, the OET writing is easier than the IELTS writing.
yeah.
That's
So
why I
can
got B in writing. That's fine.
So you got A in speaking, listening, and reading, and a B in writing, correct?
Yeah.
Well, what made you? So you did your exam. So it's April 2018. You did your exam. What made you sign up for our video course? Why did you think that could help you?
Um, well, the information available from the official OET source, the website, is actually not enough to really understand the, the exam format unless only with a teacher who can explain the format in detail,
Hmm.
you will be able to understand it completely.
Hmm.
Then the video course is not exactly like the online classes with a live teacher, but is mostly self-study even with a video course. There's no feedback. I did not get any feedback except for the speaking which I did with you. Like I relied on my own thinking for writing.
Hmm.
So I
So
never did any writing correction with from anyone.
yeah, I remember you doing the speaking mock exam with me. Did that help you?
That was the first and only practice for speaking. But I was
Hmm.
confident in speaking because the scenario is what I do every day. Like with
Hmm.
a patient consultation is easy.
Mm, okay. And do you, for a lot of students out there, I mean, um, do you think you could have got the scores that you did if you hadn't taken our video course?
It would have been much difficult then without it, because because it explains in detail the strategies and for each section. I mean, I was comfortable even without it, but with it I've got more confidence.
I think that's important. You can walk into the exam and feel the confidence that you know what you need to do to get those B's above. Well, I say B's, but you got A's, so you did even better than that. So it's a lot of students out there. They're just relying on maybe YouTube videos, etc. But having a course in your situation seems like it really helped you to get those A's that you got.
Well, the YouTube videos, I mean, for OET, there isn't much on YouTube. Like almost nothing on YouTube for OET. IELTS is full of IELTS only. So there was no other option than doing the video course.
So the fact that you've finished this examination now, the fact that I suppose I will probably ask you, do you think that the small cost that you paid for the video course was worth the results that you've got now?
Yeah, of course. That cost is nothing as compared to. Otherwise, I would have been still stuck in IELTS.
Yeah. Well, see, do you think now? So now you passed this examination. Would you say to other students who, so you bought our course and you passed the examination first time, which is a great result, because I'm seeing a lot of doctors and nurses who are taking it multiple times because they're just doing their own self-study. What would you say to students who they're just following YouTube videos, or they're just following what they see on Google? Would you recommend them to sign up for this course as well?
Yes, of course. Like I said before, there's nothing much on YouTube. These video lessons are quite important in terms of understanding the exam format. Of course, you should do it.
Yeah, fantastic. And then so now the next step for you now, have you got a job offer in the UK? Have what's the next step for you now?
No, I need to do the GMC exams first.
Oh, the PLAB exam?
Yeah, PLAB exam, yes, because to do the PLAB exam, you need an English, IELTS or OET. We are ineligible to apply for the PLAB exam without the English requirement.
Okay.
So I've been waiting for a year to apply. Like, I was doing my practical year last year.
Okay.
And I did the IELTS twice during that time.
Okay. Great. Well, so I hope your preparations for PLAB go well. If you need any additional help from me, of course, free of charge, let me know. If you need any help with that, if you need any help with your applications to go to the university, to go to the UK, anything at all, I'm happy to help you free of charge, because you deserve all the success that you've got. So massive congratulations to you. I'm sure it's going to change yours and your family's life by going to the UK.
Thank you, and I really hope to see you in the UK.
Absolutely. I live in London, so if after you finish your PLAB exam and you move to the UK, we'll meet up, and food will be on me. So I'd love to meet up with you and hear more about your story. The last thing I was going to say is, we've got a Facebook group community where a lot of students are in that group, and I'm wondering if you had maybe, I don't know, if you had 5 or 10 minutes available each day, if you could just quickly give some feedback to some of the students. I don't know if you've got time for that, but your story is really inspirational, and I shared some of your results in our Facebook group, and some of the students were like, "Wow, that's amazing." So I don't know if you could share your thoughts as kind of like a mentor in the group, something like that.
You mean feedback in writing or in other things?
It could be anything. I don't know. Maybe they might have a question, or they say, Arsallan, you got great scores in your writing. Could you give us some feedback or something like that? even if it's only 5 minutes a day or 10 minutes a day, so or even a few days a week. I'm just wondering if you might be willing to do that.
Yes, I can do that, but I don't think at the moment because
That's fine. That's fine.
because I have to start studying for my exams, and
Yeah.
now like I need to start seriously studying for the exam without anything else.
That's okay. That's okay, my friend. But after, I don't know, maybe in future, even if it's just 5 minutes, a day, 3 days a week, even if it's 15 minutes a week, I think your story would be really motivating for those doctors and nurses.
If you can add me on the group, and if I have the time, I can comment on.
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely. That would be great. I mean, what I'll do is, if you're too busy, then don't feel like you need to comment, okay? But if you have time and you see a Facebook notification and you go, okay, maybe you're on the bus or the train or something, and you have 5 minutes spare.
Yeah, I can do that. Like that is easy to.
Perfect. I appreciate that, Arsallan. So, like I said, don't feel just because you passed the exam now, don't feel like you cannot contact me if you need help. If you want to ask me about what life is like in the UK, any tips you need from me about living in the UK or working here, or how to get things cheaply, or to make sure you don't get taken advantage of, in terms of like buying things or any of that, just message me, because I'm a UK native, so I know a lot about the UK.
Yes, of course, and I would. I'm looking forward to meet you soon, in a year's time or more, depending on.
Hopefully less. Hopefully less than that. I don't think it will take you so long to pass your PLAB exam.
I hope so.
Okay, Arsallan, great. Congratulations again, my friend. And that's always the biggest hurdle is the English exam. Getting over that hurdle, now you can really move on and forget about English completely.
Yes, and one more thing I would add. I don't know why is it like this? Like the English is a hurdle for doctors and nurses especially, and this what it does, it actually makes you, it demotivates. It does not motivate you to further your aspirations, even if you are very proficient in your profession.
Absolutely. I mean, it's so sad when you've seen doctors and nurses take the exam many times and then they've spent a lot of money on it and they're not getting the results that they're looking for. So I absolutely empathize with every single one. But with a story like yours, I don't think you'll realize how motivating and how inspiring your story will be to other doctors and nurses.
Yes, I think it will. I hope so. They will learn something, and don't rush the exam.
Yeah, absolutely. Don't rush it. You really have to be effectively prepared, and that's what you did, and that's why you got the results, and that's why you passed first time.
Yes, thank you.
So, Arsallan, I don't want to take up too much of your time, because I know you're a busy man, and I know you're still celebrating your success. So I'll leave you to it. But like I said, I'm always here. Send me a message on Facebook if you need my help at all. I'm more than happy to help you, and I'll see you in the UK in the future.
Yeah, thank you so much.
All right, man. Have a good day. All the best. Take care.
You too.
Bye.
Thanks.
Bye.